Hey guys, Dustin with Real Avid, and today we're going to talk to you about the Breech Plug Master Maintenance Kit. Now this is a comprehensive kit of breech plug tools designed to work with the most popular muzzle loaders out there, such as CVA, Traditions, Knight's Armament, and Thompson Center. All right guys, so we got a couple of different breech plug removal tools inside of this kit. First, we're going to start out with the 11mm and 12mm deep sockets. Now these can work with a couple of different style breech plugs, but really what we're looking for is going to be the socket style breech plug here. Now these can be in a break open or maybe even one that's more like a bolt action. Then we're going to move into this two center. We've got an oval and a slotted socket. So when we look at some of the, CVA style, we've got this little notch in here, and that's actually where the oval side is going to fit right in there and lock into it. And of course you can see that it's going to take a 1/4 inch extension that lives in this kit or breakover bar to get that loose. Now, as we're going to continue to move down this, we have a double-ended spanner wrench. Now it's double-sided because we may be running an optic on the top and we can't get to it with one side or the other of the spanner wrench. So we can rotate it to the other side and lock into this breech plug for a nice firm grip to break it loose. So those happen to be the breech plug removal tools. Now we're going to move into the tools used with those breech plug tools, and we are going to start with this breaker bar. Now the breaker bar is going to work great on the sockets or the oval or slotted shape to get in there and get a nice grip and break them loose. But if you happen to be running an optic or you have the bolt action style muzzle loader, we did custom make 2 extensions that you can run together for the optic to get in there and get a better grip so you're not busting your knuckles on the optic. On the bottom of the breaker bar, we do have a threaded section in here. That's going to be because we put 2 cleaning rods inside here, and these cleaning rods will screw into the bottom of the breaker bar, and then we can actually take our breech thread brush, screw it in, and we can actually get in there and clean a lot of the threads for our breech plug. So we can get a lot of that fouling and grease or anything of that. We can get all that cleaned out and get these breech plugs back in there so they run nice and clean for us. Now, getting into a little bit more of the scrubbing, maybe we want to scrub the threads on the actual breech plug. We do have some smart brushes in here that will help us get in, scrub those out. They got to come with the little plastic picks on here. We get to some of those hard to reach areas and get some of that fouling scrubbed out. But when we really want to get into the breech plug, we've got a lot of fouling around here. We're going to have the breech plug 4-in-1 scraper. It does have 3 different scrapers. We have the square scraper here. This works really well on some of these breech plugs just to get in there and do a nice firm cleaning. We can go to the other side and get into the tapered scraper for maybe some of these other harder to reach areas. And then we do have the flash channel scraper inside here. This is really nice to try to get into some of these harder to reach areas, and we can come in and scrape. It does have a little shovel design to it. It allows us to get in deep and do some nice scrubbing in there. And then when we want to get to that flash hole, we actually have a replaceable 1.3 inch wire that we can slide in and out that is going to slide right in to that flash hole, and we can get some nice cleaning in there. The cool thing about the 4-in-1, it was designed to be used while you're out in the field and you don't need to pull out that breech plug. You just got a little bit of carbon in there. We can get in there, clean out some stuff, and get back up and running so we don't miss that dream buck. Now you can find all of this at your favorite retailer, and as always, I'll see you guys at the range.